Hey, what's up guys? In this video we're going to talk about prototype in JavaScript. So in JavaScript every object has its own property that is called the prototype. Now with the help of this prototype, objects can inherit properties from one another. So here we have one constructor function person with the property name and age. Now if we create one object p1 with the name and age. Now if we console log the object p1, so here we have this object. Now if we go inside the object, you can see we have these two properties. Now also we have this another object which is called the prototype. Now every object has this prototype. Now because prototype is also another object, it also has its own prototype. Now inside that, because it is also another prototype, so we can go inside that. Now inside the prototype object we have so many different functions that we can use. Now this way it goes on and it creates this chain like structure. Now this chain ends with the value null. So here you can see it creates a long chain with so many different functions and properties that we can use. So here you can see inside the prototype we have this toString function. Because it's in the prototype of that object, we can use that. So we can write p1.toString, and here we have this output. So that is the default string representation of object. So although we have not defined any function called toString inside that constructor function, but still we can use that because it's in the prototype chain. Now let's see how we can add our own method in the prototype object. We have to write person, which is the object name, then the prototype dot, and then the name of the function. So we can write get name, and we have to define the function. Now we're just gonna simply console log proto function. Now if we check in the prototype chain, you can see we have this function called get name. So we have added this function get name in the prototype chain. Now because the function is in the prototype chain, we can use that. So we can write p1.getName, and you can see we have this output. And this way we can create multiple objects of that person, and all of them can use this function because it's in the prototype chain. Now let's talk about the shadowing. So shadowing is very important concept. Here the getName function is in the prototype, but suppose we have the same function inside this person object. So we can write this dot getName, and we can define the function, and we can just console log person function. So now you can see we are getting the output as person function because this function is shadowing the function which is in the prototype chain. So whenever we call a function, first of all it checks for that function inside that object. If it does not find this, then it will go up the prototype chain to find it. Now we have commented this out. Now it will go up the prototype chain and it will call this function which is in the prototype, and you can see we have this output. So here this getName function is shadowing the function that is defined in the prototype. So hope you understand about prototype in JavaScript. We'll see you on the next one. Take care.